Hello friends, and welcome to today's special yoga session where we're going to be focusing on pranayama, the breathing techniques, and what is called Yoga Nidra, the yoga of sleep and deep relaxation. So we'll start with our pranayama practice, which will then prepare us to go into this deep meditative practice of Yoga Nidra. And before we begin, I'm going to actually give about 10 maybe 12 minutes of a description of this, why it's such an effective, powerful practice that we can incorporate into our lives for transformation, for purification of the mind. This is the topic of the week, purification. So let's come right into our seat and get ready for our pranayama practice. First thing is to grab a cushion, and I always recommend to lift the hips higher than the knees. Even if you're very flexible, this can make your position much more comfortable when we sit for a half hour or longer. And this is what we're moving into as we go deeper into the yoga science, is really deeper into these seated for than 10 minutes. They last from anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 or 3 hours, where we're sitting, working with the energy through breath, through bandhas, the locks, and of course through our meditation practice. So let's begin by coming into the seat. We'll bring our first finger and thumb together and rest the hands on the legs. Let's close our eyes for a moment. And it's time to turn all of our attention, our full awareness within ourselves, looking within and letting go of the external world. So take a moment to observe your physical body, the sensations in your physical body. Begin to connect to that gentle vibration within, the flow of subtle energy. Now, without giving it a name, a label, or a story, simply observe your emotional and mental state. Become aware of how you are feeling and what you are thinking as you become the observer, watching yourself from within. Let's begin our class by bringing the hands together in front of the heart, thumbs resting gently against the center of the chest. We open our class, this ritual of self-transformation, 3 beautiful unifying Oms. Remember, half of the exhalation is O and the second half of the exhalation is M. When you make the M sound, touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth, just behind the teeth, gently. Feel that vibration massaging the brain. Let's take a nice deep breath in together. Taking a moment to set your personal intention for this class. Now we can open our eyes. Let's bring the hands back to the knees, first finger and thumb together. We'll start to connect to our wave breath. This is a three-part breath. First, we inhale into the belly and make sure the belly expands like a balloon. As I mentioned before, many of us have developed the unhealthy habit of, as we inhale, the belly, this breathing skill. Inhale, belly expands and softens. Then we'll pause for a moment. We'll count to 3. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. Then inhale deeper and expand the ribs, opening the chest. And then we'll hold here with the lungs a third, 2/3 of the way full for a count of 3 again. Then we move to the last part of the breath. Inhale all the way to the top of the lungs, as if you're filling your body with breath and energy to the top of the head. And we'll hold with the lungs full for that same count of 3. Then we go the opposite direction. Exhale a third of the way down and pause, holding the breath, counting to 3. Exhale another third of the way down, letting the ribs relax and come back together. And then we'll hold for a count of 3. Then exhale to the empty lungs and hold here for a count of 3. This helps to focus the mind and begin to connect to the full breath, and it helps to bring us into a state of focus at the same time as we expand our lung capacity. So let's begin with 3 ventilating breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, to clear any stale energy or air in the lungs. So let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Lean forward a bit, exhale through the mouth, get it all out. 2 more times. Deep inhale through the nose. Last time. Good. Now, let's begin our practice. First few rounds we'll do together. Inhale through the nose, fill the belly like a balloon, and pause for a count of Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. Inhale deeper into the chest, expand the ribs, and hold here. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. Inhale all the way, filling the lungs, all the way to the top of the head, and hold the breath in. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. Exhale a third of the way down. Then pause, holding the breath. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. Exhale another third of the way down, relaxing the ribs, holding for a moment. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. Exhale all the way to lungs empty and pause here with the lungs empty. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. One more round together. Inhale to the belly, expanding like a balloon. Hold. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. Inhale another third of the way, expanding the ribs, and hold. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. Inhale all the way to the top of the lungs, top of the head, and hold, lungs full. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. Now exhale a third of the way down and pause, hold the breath. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. Exhale another third of the way down, ribs coming together. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. And exhale all the way to the end, gently empty the lungs and pause with the lungs empty. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. Now let's continue at your own pace. Finishing your last round when you're ready, keeping the eyes closed. Throughout our practices, we are continually looking within to observe ourselves in this present moment. Observing the body, energy, emotions, and mind. This is how we become more familiar with who we are. Let's move into our next breathing technique. This is called Kapalabhati Pranayama, the skull shining breath. We did this yesterday, and this is a purification technique known as a Kriya because it really purifies the frontal lobe of the brain. To do this practice, we simply snap the stomach back with a forceful exhale, and that sends the breath up and out through the nose, and it sends the energy up into the brain. So very purifying, energizing, and it helps to get that energy flowing upward, which is one of the intentions of our yoga practice. So it's simply forcefully exhale, you snap the stomach completely, don't do anything, and the inhalation will happen automatically. And we'll snap it back again and force the breath. And you can hear my rhythm as I do the practice. We'll start nice and slow, and we'll only do a few breaths the first time. Let's do 20 breaths, and we'll do 3 rounds. Now, if you feel like it's too intense, of course, you can go slower and gentler, and you can stop after 1 round if you feel like you're getting dizzy. If at any time you feel you're dizzy, always open your eyes, and you can even place your hands on the floor. Whatever it is, just make sure that you stay upright. Okay, this is a powerful breathing practice, and if you're not used to it, it can create some dizziness, but it's not harming you. It's just opening the brain. It's opening the energy channels and even the blood vessels in the brain. So there's no fear that you are damaging yourself. So let's come into that starting position, first finger and thumb together. Now, one thing you can do if you're new to the practice, place the left hand on the navel and the right hand on the center of the chest. It's only using the belly to pump the stomach back. Force the breath out through the nose as you pump the stomach back to the spine. Relax, let the inhale happen. You don't even have to focus on inhale. And then next round. So let's begin. Take a deep breath in. 1 time out through the mouth. Then inhale and snap it back. Complete inhale, hands to legs, lift the pelvic floor, touch the chin to the chest for the locks. Holding the breath in, lifting the pelvic floor, chin to the chest, chest lifted, focusing on the third eye in the center of the brain. Then we release the root, lift the chin, exhale through the mouth, empty the lungs completely. Take another deep breath in. Hold that breath in. Lift the pelvic floor. Touch the chin to the chest. Keep the spine long. Keep lifting the pelvic floor as you hold the breath in. Arms relaxed, face relaxed. Focus on the third eye in the center of the brain. Good. Last round. Release the pelvic floor. Lift the chin. Exhale through the mouth. Completely empty the lungs. Then inhale through the nose. Fill the entire body. Hold that breath in, lift the pelvic floor, chin to the chest, focus on the third eye. When you're ready, release the pelvic floor, lift the chin and exhale to relax. Keep the eyes closed and observe the effects of the practice. Let's get ready for round 2. If you feel confident, you can stay with me. We're going to do 30 breaths this time. Last time we did 20. Each time we go up a little bit more. If you feel like 20 is enough, you can stop there. Either place the left hand on the navel and the right hand on the chest, making sure just the belly is moving, chest not moving at all. Or if you're comfortable with the practice, let's keep the hands on the legs. We'll close the eyes and take a deep, relaxing breath to begin. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale. inhale. Complete exhale through the mouth. Full inhale, fill everything. Hold the breath in, lift the pelvic floor, chin to the chest. Keep holding the breath in, lift the pelvic floor, chin to the chest, arms and face relaxed, mind in the third eye. Release the pelvic floor, lift the chin, exhale through the mouth, empty the lungs completely. Full inhale through the nose, as deep as you can, fill everything, hold that breath in, lift the pelvic floor, chin to the chest, keep the spine tall, mind in the third eye. Release the pelvic floor, exhale through the mouth, empty the lungs completely. Last round, deep inhale, fill everything, hold that breath in as you lift the pelvic floor, chin to the chest, keep the spine tall, chest lifted, arms and face relaxed, mind in the third eye. When you're ready, release the pelvic floor, lift the chin, exhale through the mouth, and relax, keeping the eyes closed. Become aware of the subtle vibrations, the flow of energy within. Always aware of the emotional and mental state, observing yourself from within. And let's do one more round. This time we're going to do 50 breaths. If that feels like it's too much, you can do 20 or 30 or 40. Choose what's right for you. And remember, after the last breath, we're going to do those bandhas, the root lock and the throat lock 3 times. After inhale, hold that breath in, then do the root lock and the throat lock, and we'll do that 3 times. Let's begin by coming into the starting position with a deep relaxing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale and begin. Full inhale, complete exhale through the mouth. Another full inhale and hold it in. Lift the pelvic floor, chin to the chest. Arms and face relaxed, mind in the third eye. When you're ready, release the pelvic floor, lift the chin and exhale through the mouth to empty the lungs completely. Then take a deep inhale through the nose, fill everything. Hold that breath in as we lift the pelvic floor, chin to the chest, mind in the third eye. When you're ready, release the pelvic floor, lift the chin and exhale through the mouth to empty completely. Then inhale through the nose, fill everything fully, hold that breath in, lift the pelvic floor, chin to the chest, mind in the third eye. When you're ready, release the pelvic floor, lift the chin and exhale to relax, keeping the eyes closed. Perhaps you can feel the energy rising into the brain, opening and expanding the mind and the third eye. And if you need to straighten the legs between techniques, you can do that now to stretch out a bit to release any tension. Otherwise, we stay seated. Let's come into the seated position, and we'll prepare for our next purification breathing practice. The alternate nostril breathing, known as Nadi Shodhana, literally means the purification of the nadis, or the energy channels. And we're working with the two main energy channels here. From the left nostril, we have what's called Ida Nadi, and this is related to our parasympathetic nervous system, our lunar feminine energy. And then from the right nostril, we have the connection to the sympathetic nervous system. That's relating to stress, to fight or flight. And that's also our our solar or masculine energy. So the left nostril related to parasympathetic, rest and relax. Right nostril related to sympathetic, fight or flight. We're balancing the two hemispheres of the brain, and as we breathe side to side, we're purifying these two energy channels, which are very important for the balance of the entire nervous system, the brain waves, and the two hemispheres of the brain, and the overall energy of the body, the lunar and solar, or feminine and masculine energy. It's a complete practice for balancing the energy in the mind. Raising the right hand, you can take the first two fingers, the peace fingers, and place the pads, the tips of those fingers right between the eyebrows. Or you can just tuck those fingers here and use the thumb and small fingers to close the nostrils. Choice is yours. So let's begin with a deep relaxing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Close the right nostril, inhale through the left, fill the belly, chest, top of the head as you inhale fully. Then close the left nostril with the small fingers and exhale through the right nostril slowly and gently to empty the lungs completely. Same side, we inhale through the right nostril, filling the belly like a balloon, chest, top of the head. After each inhale, change sides. Close the right nostril with the thumb and exhale through the left nostril slowly to the end. Same side, inhale through the left nostril, filling the belly, chest, top of the head. After inhale, we change. Close the left side with the small fingers and exhale through the right nostril slowly to the end of the breath. Same side, inhale through the right nostril, filling the belly, chest, top of the head. After inhale, we change. Close the right nostril with the thumb, exhaling through the left side. Now keep going at your own pace. We'll develop this practice one step at a time. Stay with your own rhythm. Remember to change sides. After you inhale, always exhale on the opposite side. As you breathe, keep your mind focused between the eyebrows, the entrance to the third eye. Stabilize your mind between your eyebrows. Now try to make your breathing silent so that you cannot hear the sound of your own breath. This requires greater focus and control, making your breath silent now. Staying with the practice, we begin to slow the exhalation down. Make the exhalation longer and slower than the inhalation. Eventually you can make the exhalation twice as long as the inhalation. Now we add the next step. You can hold the breath at the end of each inhalation, holding the lungs full for as long as you feel comfortable, keeping the mind between the eyebrows. Rest the hand on the leg each time you hold your breath after inhalation, and bring the hand back for the exhalation. Remember, hold the breath only as long as you feel comfortable. It's not a competition. staying with the same practice, you can add the final step of holding the lungs after you exhale. When the lungs are empty, you can hold the breath with the lungs empty after each exhalation for as long as you feel comfortable without any strain, keeping the mind focused between the eyebrows. Finish our last round when we exhale through the left nostril. Only finish when you exhale through the left nostril to bring balance to the practice. With the eyes closed, we observe the effects of our practice. Feeling a sense of balance, calmness, and clarity. Very good. Now, I encourage you to do this alternate nostril breathing every day. It's the most holistic, balancing practice of breathing that we can do. And if you do it for longer, you'll feel truly transformed. I try to do this for 30 minutes every day, 20 to 30 minutes, at least 15 to really go deeper into the practice. If you have time, try to do it for 20, even 30 minutes, and you'll feel an extreme sense of being balanced, centered, and clear in the body and mind. So I truly think that this is one of the best practices that we can do for this state of balance and purification. Now let's take a look at our next technique. Today's focus on Yoga Nidra. This is a practice that is very powerful for tapping into the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is our infinite storehouse that actually governs most of our decisions and actions and beliefs in our life. And yet the subconscious part of our mind is below our level of conscious awareness. So how do we get into that storehouse to be able to take out things that are holding us back and implant things that can help us to progress and evolve consciously? Well, this is one amazing technique that the yogis have developed, and it's the understanding that we can get into the subconscious mind when the body's very relaxed and we're on the verge of falling asleep. We're in that state just between wakefulness and sleep. There is a time when the mind calms down enough, the conscious mind, where you can then access the subconscious. And this is very powerful. This is also used in other forms or other techniques of hypnotherapy, theta healing, different ways to access the brain waves when they have slowed down, so you can bypass the conscious mind, which tries to take control. And the subconscious mind is actually very suggestible. You can plant seeds in it quite easily if you can bypass the conscious mind. And that's what this whole science is about. This is a path of self-realization, of enlightenment. And some yogis and masters have used this over many years, more than meditation, more than asana and pranayama, because it's so powerful at getting into the deeper level of our mind. Now, there is a misunderstanding that this is just about relaxation. Yoga Nidra is a nice way to relax the body at the end of the practice. That's only part of it. That's only the tip of the iceberg. Yes, we're going to relax the body, but with the intention of going deeper into the mind. Now, the yogis believe that we should do everything consciously, even sleep. So this is called the yoga of sleep, in that we have 4 states of consciousness. We have our wakeful state, where we are right now, talking and using our conscious minds. Then we also have sleep, deep sleep, and we have the dream state. And then we have a 4th state, which is beyond all of these 3, and this is that state of superior consciousness or super consciousness, the enlightened state. And we actually pass into that state every night in our sleep cycles. Now, this isn't the time to go into deep science about sleep, but when we enter that state, we get extremely rejuvenated, and we touch on that every night. We just don't remember it. So the Yoga Nidra is not just relaxation and getting into the subconscious mind. It's actually a way of getting into a superconscious state and allowing us to go into something that's beyond our normal 3 states of consciousness. Every night when we go to sleep, our brain stays very active. The EEG will tell us that. The yogis say, rather than missing a third of your life, because if you're sleeping 8 hours a day, that's a third of the day, which means every day that you sleep, that's a third of your life that you are actually just going into blackout. We can use the sleeping time to actually stay conscious. Yogis want to stay conscious in everything we do. It's the expansion of consciousness. So what we're looking at here is that there are at least 3 ways to practice this. You can do this as a special final relaxation. You can do it just before sleep, or you can even do it during sleep. What you do is you lay down on your back in the final relaxation pose, shavasana, and you have a recording or someone who can guide you through this practice, and you consciously relax each part of the body. As well as that, there will be a time during the practice where I am guiding you into visualization. Now, if you have a hard time with visualization, don't worry. Just focus on thinking about the image that I introduce. The good thing about this practice is it's not like meditation where you have to be very disciplined with the focus of the mind. It's actually about relaxing and receiving the words that then go into your subconscious. Now, this is something that when we do this, it's going to take about 45 minutes. In the beginning of the practice, you develop or you create what's called a sankalpa, a statement. And this sankalpa is the seed that you are then planting into your subconscious mind. So at the beginning, you think of something that you would like to do to help you evolve, transform, awaken. It's not really for getting a new car, getting a new partner, or getting a better job. It's really for a holistic transformation of your body, mind, emotions, and spirit even. So it's a very deep practice. And when we make the sankalpa, it has to be in the present tense. It should be 7 words or shorter, and it has to be very direct and clear. Now I'm going to read you a couple of possibilities, things that are going to help you transform at the holistic level. So you could use the sankalpa or the short present tense statement, I am awakening my spiritual potential. That's one example. Another example is I am a positive force for the evolution of others. You could also say I am successful in all that I do. I am aware and efficient. Or you could even say I have perfect health. Now the benefit of this is you get to go into your subconscious mind without having to use hypnotherapy. And if you continue this practice, and you can do this usually more than once a week, although today we're going to do it just this one time. You can come back to this recording, and you can find apps and you can find different things online that can take you through this process. But what I'd like to do is introduce this technique to you because it's extremely powerful. And when you do this, you're actually able to purify your karma because you're transforming the way that your mind is working. And the mind works as a result of your past karma. It's leading you into this present experience. So, the highest form of this technique is to awaken to self-realization. The good thing is, as I said, you don't have to concentrate, you just be aware, and you allow the instructions to flow through you, into you, and through you. Okay, now, I don't have a chance to ask questions or answer questions right now, but if you have them, you can send them to me later and I'd be happy to answer them. This is far superior to hypnosis, and they say that 1 hour of Yoga Nidra is worth 4 hours of sleep. And this is how many yogis throughout history of yoga have used this technique to only sleep for 2 or 3 hours a night and spend the rest of the time focusing on expanding their consciousness to reach the highest states of consciousness. So this has everything in it, and it's going to take us about 45 minutes. So let's get started. The good news is you get to lay down on your back. So please find your comfortable position in your shavasana pose, the final relaxation pose. You might want to put a pillow under your head this time, and maybe even a cushion or a pillow under your knees, the back of your knees, because you're going to be here for 45 minutes and you want to be comfortable. So find your position. I'll give you a few moments to get comfortable. You may want to use a blanket to cover yourself to make sure that you are warm enough throughout the practice. So you've come into your comfortable position, and it's time to close your eyes and get ready for our practice of Yoga Nidra. During the practice of Yoga Nidra, there should be no physical movement. Keeping the body still allows you to go into a deeper relaxed state. So please make sure now. Remember to keep your eyes closed throughout this practice as you keep your body perfectly still. Take a deep breath, and as you breathe out, feel the tension and worries of the day flowing out of you. Once again, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, feel the tension and worries flowing out of you. In the Yoga Nidra practice which follows, you are going to develop the feeling of relaxation in the body. It is not necessary to make movements or deliberately relax your muscles. Simply develop the feeling of relaxation. It is like the feeling you have just before sleep, when relaxation becomes deep. Sleep does come, but in this practice, try to keep yourself completely awake. This is very important. Relax the body and remain awake. Now make a resolution to yourself, saying to yourself, I will not sleep. Say to yourself, I will remain awake throughout this practice. During this practice of Yoga Nidra, you are functioning on the levels of hearing and awareness. And the only important thing is to follow the voice of the instructor. The only important thing is to follow my voice. Please remember, do not try to intellectualize or analyze the instructions, because this will disturb your mental relaxation. Please remember, do not try to intellectualize or analyze the instructions. This will disturb your mental relaxation. Simply follow my voice with total attention and feeling. And if thoughts come to disturb you from time to time, do not worry. Just continue the practice. Now, allow yourself to become calm and steady. Bringing your awareness to your breath. And with each breath out, allow your body and mind to relax more and more. As you breathe out, allow yourself to let go of any tension in the body and mind. Now, bring about a feeling of inner relaxation in the whole body. Concentrate on the body and become aware of the importance of complete. Develop your awareness of the body from the top of the head to the tip. Now, mentally in your mind, Om. Complete stillness and complete awareness of the whole body. Again, repeat in your mind, Om. Continue your awareness of the whole body. You are aware of your whole body. Become aware of the fact that you are going to practice Yoga Nidra. Saying in your mind to yourself, I am aware, I am going to practice Yoga Nidra. repeat this statement one more time in your mind. I am aware I am going to practice Yoga Nidra. Now it is time to movement your subconscious mind. This statement must be very simple and direct. 7 words or less in the present tense. Formulate your statement now. Now, repeat your statement to yourself silently in your mind 3 times with awareness and with feeling. This statement that you make during the Yoga Nidra practice is going to come true. We now begin rotation of consciousness, taking a trip through the different parts of the body. As quickly as possible, the awareness must go from body part to body part. Please remember to repeat the body part in your mind and simultaneously become aware. Again, please remember to repeat that part of your body silently to yourself in your mind, and at the same time become aware of that part of your body. Keep yourself alert, but do not concentrate too intensely. We now begin. Become aware of the right hand, right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand. Become aware of your palm, back of the hand, the wrist, the lower arm, the elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, the armpit, the right waist, the right hip, the right thigh, the kneecap, the calf muscle, the ankle, the heel, the sole of the right foot, the top of the foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Now become aware of the left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, the wrist, the lower arm, the elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, the armpit, the left waist, the left hip, the left thigh, the kneecap, the calf muscle, the ankle, the heel, the sole of the left foot, the top of the foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Now to the back of the right shoulder blade. The right buttock, the left buttock, the spine, the whole back together. Now go to the top of the head, the top of the head, the forehead, both sides of the head, the right eyebrow, the left eyebrow, the space between the eyebrows, the right eyelid, the left eyelid, the right eye, the left eye, the right ear, the left ear, the right cheek, the left cheek, the nose, the tip of the nose, the upper lip, the lower lip, the chin, the throat, the right chest, the left chest, the middle of the chest, the navel, the abdomen. Now, the whole of the right leg. Become aware of the whole of the left leg. Both legs together. Become aware of the whole of the right arm. The whole of the left arm. Both arms together. Become aware of the whole of the back. The buttocks, spine, shoulder blades. Become aware of the whole of the front, abdomen, chest. Become aware of the whole of the back and front together. Become aware of the whole of the head. Become aware of the whole body together. The whole body together. Please do not sleep. Total awareness. No sleeping, no movement. The whole body on the floor. Become aware of your whole body lying on the floor. Now, see your body on the floor in your room. Visualize this image of your body lying on the floor in your mind. Now become aware of your breath. Feel the flow of your breath in and out of your lungs. Do not try to change the rhythm of your breath. The breathing is natural, automatic. You are not doing the breathing. There is no effort. Maintain complete awareness of your breath. Now, concentrate your awareness on the movement of your navel area. Concentrate on the movements of your navel. You're falling slightly with every breath. With each and every breath, your navel is rising and falling. With each and every breath, it expands and contracts. Concentrate on the movement of your navel in synchronization with your breath. Continue practicing and be sure that you are aware. Now, start counting your breaths backward from 27 to 1 like this. Say to yourself, 27 navel rising, 27 navel falling, 26 navel rising, 26 navel falling, 25 navel rising, 25 navel falling, and so on as you count your breaths backwards from 27 to 1. Say the words and numbers mentally to yourself as you count your breaths. please begin. Be sure that you do not make a mistake. If you make a mistake, you must go back to 27 and start again. Continue with total awareness that you are counting. Go on counting from 27 to 1. No mistakes. Now stop your counting of the navel breath and shift your attention to the chest. Please shift your attention to the chest. Your chest is rising and falling slightly with each and every breath. Become aware of the chest rising and falling with each and every breath. Continue concentrating on the movement of the chest and start counting backwards from 27 to 1 in the same way as before. 27, chest rising. 27, chest falling. 26, chest rising. 26, chest falling. 25, chest rising. 25, chest falling, and so on. Again, remember, repeat the words and numbers mentally to yourself as you count. No mistakes. If you make a mistake, you must go back to the start again to 27. Stop the counting of the chest breaths and move your awareness to your throat. Please move your awareness to the throat. Become aware of your breath moving in and out of the throat. Concentrate on the movement of the breath and start counting backwards from 27 to 1 the same way as before. Complete awareness of counting and complete awareness of the breath in your throat. No sleeping, please. Just total awareness that you are counting and breathing. Counting the breath in your throat and bring your awareness to the nostrils of your. Become aware of the breath moving in and out of your nostrils in your nose. Concentrate on the movement of the breath in and out and start counting as before. You know it very well by now. 27 breathing in, 27 breathing out, 26 breathing out, and so on. 7 to 1 as you focus on the breath flowing in and out through your nostrils. Complete awareness, please. Continue counting, no mistakes. Stop your counting and leave your breathing. We now come to visualization. A number of different things will be named, and you should try to develop a vision of them on all levels: feeling, awareness, emotion, and imagination, as best as you can. Remember, a number of different things will be named, and you should try to develop a vision of them on all levels: feeling, awareness, emotion, and imagination. If you are able to find this vision, your relaxation is complete for the time being. And if you are not able to, do not worry, just think about that object which is mentioned. Just relax. We now begin the visualization or the thinking about the object that is mentioned. Visualize a burning candle. Burning candle. Burning candle. Visualize an endless desert. Endless desert. Endless desert. Visualize an Egyptian pyramid. Egyptian pyramid. Egyptian pyramid. Visualize torrential rain. Torrential rain. Torrential rain. Visualize snow-capped mountains. Snow-capped mountains. Snow-capped mountains. Visualize a Greek temple at sunrise. Greek temple at sunrise. Coffin beside a grave. Visualize birds flying across a sunset. A sunset. Birds flying across a sunset. Visualize red clouds drifting. Red clouds drifting. Red clouds drifting. Visualize a cross above a church. A cross above a church. A cross above a church. Visualize stars at night. Stars at night. Stars at night. Visualize the full moon. Full moon. Full moon. Visualize smiling Buddha. Smiling Buddha. Smiling Buddha. Visualize waves breaking on a deserted beach. Waves breaking on a deserted beach. Waves breaking on a deserted beach. Visualize the eternal restless ocean. Eternal restless ocean. Eternal restless ocean. Visualize waves breaking on a deserted beach. Now is the time to repeat your sankalpa, your statement. Repeat the same statement that you made at the beginning of this practice. Repeat this statement 3 times with full awareness and full feeling. Relax all efforts. Bring your mind outside and become aware of your breathing. Become aware of the natural breath without trying to change or control your breath. Become aware of your whole body. awareness of the whole body and awareness of breathing. Your body is lying totally relaxed on the floor. You are breathing quietly and slowly. Develop the awareness of your body from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. Say to yourself in your mind, Om. Repeat the mantra Om mentally to yourself 2 more times. Become aware of the floor and the position of your body lying on the floor. Visualize the room around you. Become aware of your surroundings. Keeping the eyes closed. Slowly you can start to move your body, stretching yourself gently. Please take your time. Do not hurry. When you are sure that you are wide awake, sit up slowly and open your eyes. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Thank you all for joining me for this Yoga Nidra practice today. We'll talk more during the next class. Wish you a beautiful day.